Is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is discretes. Okay, discretes shortest path algorithm. So the spelling is quite this one. So kindly be careful while writing the exam. So it is used to find the shortest path between the nodes in a graph, which may represent a network. Okay, so if a graph is written, yes, if a graph, or you can say if a matrix is written representing a network, if there are four nodes in a network, if you are writing a matrix representing that network, okay, how they are connected and how they are linked, what are the links between the two nodes, and what is the cost of that particular link. Okay, we can represent all these things by either using a graph or by using a matrix. Okay, now you are given with a matrix. By using that matrix, you need to find the shortest path between two nodes. Yes, from every node to other node, you need to find the shortest path. Okay, so what are the steps followed? Before going that one, I'll show you the diagram here. So here you can see the diagram, I guess. So how many nodes are there? 5 nodes are there. Or you can say 5 vertexes are there in a graph. When you consider a graph, they become vertex. Okay, when you consider a network graph, they'll become a node. Okay, so how many vertexes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Totally 5 vertexes are there. Yes, that means 5 nodes are there and they are connected to each other. Yes, they are connected to other nodes, and these whatever the numbers, the integers that are written over the links are nothing but the cost. Okay, so those are the cost of that link. So what is the cost of the link between 0 and 1? It is 10. Yes, so the cost of the link.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, am I audible? There was a network problem.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, Hina is not able to join the class, she's telling.
She is
Ma'am,
joining another link. She is creating
ma'am,
another meeting in this one.
ma'am, this link she's not able to join, ma'am. She tried many times.
Oh, I'll share you the link now in through WhatsApp. Just send her that link. Okay.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Share her this link. She can be. I think she may be possible to join by this link. So I'll
Yes,
continue.
yes,
There
ma'am.
was a network issue. Okay. So there was a network issue. I'll continue now. So totally 5 nodes are there. Yes. So by these 5 nodes, what are the different? What is the distance or the links between the nodes and how they can be calculated? Okay, so okay, then so this is how you write the matrix. Okay, so you can see how the matrix is written. From every node to other node, what is the cost of that link? Okay, from 0 to 0, the cost will be 0. From 0 to 1, the cost will be 10. From 0 to 2, the cost will be 0. Yes, 0 to 3, the cost will be 30. Okay, so as 0 to 2, there is no anything, means the 0 will be there, and if there is no link only, then the cost value becomes infinity. This is an adjacent matrix I have written here, but when you will be finding the cost matrix, no, at that time, if there is no any link between the node, that means the cost will be become infinity. Okay, this is the adjacent matrix. That's why if there is no link between the 0 to 2, I have written it as a 0, right? But if it is a cost matrix, that value becomes infinity. Fine. If the value is infinity, you need to find another route to reach the node, because infinity means very high cost will be there. But you need to find the shortest path. That means which causes the less cost. Okay. Now let us go through the steps that are to be followed while writing the program. Wait a second. Okay, so first step is creating a cost matrix from adjacent matrix. I showed you just now before 5 minutes that what is the adjacent matrix that links the, that will give you the distance between any two nodes. Okay, so that is called as distance matrix. This is not a cost matrix. Through the program, first you need to find the cost matrix. Okay, so in this program I have taken cost matrix as G. Okay, next, by using the cost matrix, what will you write in a cost matrix? The cost of a going from vertex to vertex, cost of the link that is going from vertex to vertex, you will find out. And if there is no edge between the vertex, that means the cost becomes infinity. Okay, if I and j are the two nodes, if there are two nodes, so I and j are the two nodes. So how what is the distance if there is no link between them? Infinity will be the cost. Okay, this is the first step to find the cost matrix. Second one is initialize another array. Okay, along with the cost matrix array, there is another array is initialized here, visited. Okay, when you will go to the first node and you will file the calculations of the cost. Okay, and then you will go to second node, and then you will go to third node. That node, when you will go to them, that is called as visited node. If you will go to 0th node, no, to find the calculations, so that is known as 0th node, visited node. Now visited node is 0, and next when you will go to next node, no, that visited node 0 becomes predecessor. Means previously we have already went through that node, right? So that node becomes previous predecessor node, and the next node, that is 1, becomes visited node. Similarly, when you move from first node to second node, the second node becomes visited node and the predecessor node becomes 1, right? So when you will go to one by one, you will go through all the nodes. From all the nodes, you will need to recalculate the things. Okay, so next we will go through next step. If a vertex is 0 in the source vertex, then vertex 0 is marked as 1. If you have visited the node and you have done the calculations, after the calculations, that visited nodes, the array value become 1. Okay, now you have visited the node 0, you have done the calculations of the cost. Okay, that vertex matrix will become 1 now. Value becomes 1. Then you will go to next node, that is 1. After the calculations, we will go to node 2. While going to the node 2, the vertex 1 becomes 1. I hope you are understanding this. 1 becomes 1 means the value of that vertex becomes 1. Okay, if after all the calculations for all the nodes, if any node's array value is not 1, that means that node is not yet visited. You need to visit that node and do the calculations. Yes, if that node is already visited, that value becomes 1. Yes, the visited node's value is set to 1 in that matrix. That's why another separate matrix that is called as visited matrix, visited array. Fine. So fine. So next we will go through next step. Similarly, for all the array, you need to do the calculations. Fine. So create a distance matrix by storing the cost of the vertices from vertices number 0 to n minus 1. Yes, there are 5 nodes, means n minus 1 means 4. 0 to 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. For all the nodes, create a distance matrix. Then distance matrix means cost matrix. Okay, initially for the source is taken as 0. Okay, initially the distance values are taken as 0. Fine. So then from you need to calculate the cost values. Okay, so this is the procedure. I'll do one thing. I'll directly go through the program. I think you can understand the things there better. Okay, so this is the program. I hope it is visible. Yes, is the program visible?
Yes,
okay, so hash include stdio.h. This is a library function. You already know this one. So define infinity 999. Okay, I have already defined infinity here. In the program, I can directly use infinity. In the previous program only I have told you guys. So infinity is set as 999. Maximum value you can say. Okay. Any maximum value you can set. 999 I have taken because it is a maximum value. In my examples, I am not going to take the cost values. Even after the addition, those values will not reach 999. Fine. So that's why I've taken 999 as a infinity value. Yes. In the program, I can directly use infinity. Next, I have defined a maximum value. Yes. Define max 10. And this is particularly defined to count the number of nodes used. Fine. So while calculating the cost matrix, while calculating the distance matrix, or while calculating the visit array. Yes, visited array. That means visited number of nodes. Yes. So while that one I can directly use max constant value, and that value will be directly taken as 10. That means you can do the calculations for 10 number of nodes. Fine. So I have defined a function here, void discretes int g max max. Yes, g max means g is a adjacent matrix. Yes, max is the number of array rows and max is the number of columns. Yes, so this is a square matrix. That's why both the number of rows and columns are similar, right? So G is nothing but an adjacent matrix. You need to give the value of adjacent matrix. Next comes int n and int start node. Okay, so this is I have defined. After writing the main function, we will go through this sub function. Okay, so or you can say user function. The main function, what are the things you need to give? Okay, how the calculations are done, let us see. Int main, int g max max, or you can say g matrix, int g matrix, and then I comma j, n comma u. N is nothing but number of vertices, number of nodes. In our given example, how many number of nodes were there? 5 number of nodes. Vertices. Okay, next goes printf enter adjacent matrix. Once you write the number of vertices, now enter the matrix. Yes, for writing the matrix, you need 2 values that are I and j. I have used a loop here. I hope you know the how to read a matrix. Yes, you need to write 2 loops. For I is equal to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. Okay, for j is equal to 0, j is less than n, j plus plus. Okay, so percent of d comma and g of I j. Yes, if first value you are writing g 0 0. Okay, second value means g 0 1. third value G02. Got it? So you need to read the matrix values. So now the matrix is read. Now enter the starting node. Okay, what is your starting node in this example? 0 is the starting node. By using the starting node, you need to start the calculations. If you are using a starting node as a 0, what will be the next node? 1 and next node 2. Okay, and if you are using node 1, what is the predecessor node? 0. Yes, there are three things you need to consider while doing the calculations. What is the starting node? What is the current node? That is visited node. Visited node is nothing but current node. Okay, so current node, previous node, and next node. Okay, so by going through the graph, you can do such things. And once you enter the starting node, you need to go through the function describes GNU. Yes, so next return the function. So this was the main function. So let us go through the user defined function, that is void discrets. Okay, so int max, int n, int start node. These are the three functions I have defined here because these are the main integers or the data types that I'm using in the calculation or using inside the function. Okay, in this function I'm using all the three that whatever the defined data types are there, no, I'm using those things. Okay, inside that again I'll define some integers and some matrices that are used in the program. So int cost max, I told you guys to create the cost matrix. The first step is to create the cost matrix. So for creating the cost matrix, I'm using the matrix as cost max, distance max, that is the distance matrix, predecessor max. Yes, predecessor is an array. When you are in a current array, the previous array will become predecessor array. So I take it as an array. Okay, distance is also taken as an array, not as a matrix. It is taken as an array. Now visited matrix. This is also, I told you guys to initiate another array called as visited array. Means it represents the current arrays, current nodes. If you are in a zeroth array, if you are in a zeroth node, the visited node will be 0. This visited array value will be 0. Okay, so after visiting, that value become 1. That I'll tell you guys in the program. For now, visited array means or visited max means it will give you the current node value. Fine. So next one is count. I'm using these other integers for the program purpose. What are those? Count, the minimum distance, next node, ij. Fine. So let us go through the next step. In the first step, if the what is the value of the cost? What is the value of the cost if there is no link? Yes, I told you guys the value of the cost if there is no link becomes infinity. I have written the same here. For I is equal to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. Whenever you are defining the matrix, remember this thing. You need to use two loops. One for rows and another one for column. Okay, I've used two loops here. For I is equal to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. For j is equal to 0, j is less than n, j plus plus. If g of I comma j is equal to 0, that means if there is no link, what the cost becomes? Cost becomes infinity. Yes, I have already defined the infinity, so I can directly use this one. No worry now. Yes, the cost becomes infinity, right? Next, else if it is not. Yes, if the link is there, that means else cost of I comma j is equal to g of I comma j. Cost is nothing but whatever the value given in adjacent matrix. In adjacent matrix also I have written the cost, no? So there is no difference. The only difference is in adjacent matrix we have written 0 when there is no link. But in cost matrix, when there is no link, the value becomes infinity. Yes. So first method, in the first step, what we write is we'll check whether there is link there or not. If there is no link, that means the value becomes infinity. If there is the link, means that value becomes the value that is there in adjacent matrix. Adjacent matrix is copied here, right? So this was the first step, and let us go through next step. Okay, now you need to write the distances, right? From all the nodes, you need to find the cost for other nodes. Okay, I'll start from a start node. I'll take first node as a 0. Yes, so what are the things I need to write? For I is equal to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. I told you guys, go to the node and do the calculations. And what are those calculations? We'll go through the calculations now. So distance of I is equal to cost of start node I. What is this distance? Distance of a node is equal to, if consider an example, you are using start node as a 0. So distance of node 1, okay, distance of node 1 from node 0. Yes, the distance of node 1 from node 0 is nothing but cost of node 0, node 1. That is cost matrix 0, comma 1. Yes, the cost matrix 0, comma 1. Yes, the distance I, the distance 1. Distance I means distance 1. If you are using first node. Yes, distance 1 is equal to the cost of cost matrix value from 0 to 1. Okay, now the predecessor, what is this predecessor node? Now the predecessor node will become starting node. If you are moving ahead, yes, if you are moving ahead from 0 to 1, yes, you are moving ahead from 0 to 1, right? So when you reach 1, the predecessor node will become the start node will become predecessor node. Yes, and then what is the visited node? Visited node means 0. You have already visited that node. Yes, you have already visited that node. So what is the visited node now? 0. Yes, now we'll move ahead. Now I have done the calculations for node 1. Okay, now distance start node becomes 0. Yes, so visited node start node becomes 1. And I told you guys, when you have already visited the node, that's visited array value becomes 1. Okay, once you have visited the node and moving ahead, if you are moving to the first node, then what is the visited array value for 0th node? It will be 1. Okay, now increase the count. Because I have already visited one node, I am going to the next node. Just increase count value is incremented. While count value is less than n minus 1 until all the nodes are reached. Until all the nodes are reached through this counter, or you can say while the count value is less than n minus 1, if it's not a if condition, minimum distance is nothing but if here, if distance of I is less than, if there is no direct link, consider there is no direct link, I need to go through another node. Yes, here you can say, I'll show you guys an example here. So from 0 to 2, there is no link, right? The 0 to 2, there is no link. But from 0 to 3, there is a link. From 0 to 1, there is a link. There you can connect the node 2. Okay, when you are finding distance from 0 to 2, you can either go from 0, 1, 2, or you can go from 0, 3, 2. When you go from 0, 1, 2, what is the total cost? 60, 50 plus 10. Yes, when you go from 0 to 0, 3, 2, the cost will be 30 plus 30, that is 60. Both the times the cost is same. In this case, in whatever example I have taken, the cost is same. Consider 0, 3, 2 is having a less cost. We need to always consider the path which gives you the less cost. Okay, so we need to write the code for the same. Every time you do the calculations, increment, visited count, and then predecessor count, and then next node. All these values should be changed. Okay, if distance of I is less than minimum distance and is not equal to visited I, at that time the minimum distance will become distance of I. Yes, so if there is no direct link, you can use the intermediate link, intermediate node to reach that particular node. Okay, and that intermediate node, that is used as distance I. And what will be the next node? I will be the next node. In this example, what is the I next node? 3 is the next node. Yes, 0, 3, 2. Fine. Next we will go through. Yes, now the calculations are done. Once again, the visited node becomes 1. Yes, the visited of next node becomes 1. For I is equal to 0, I is less than n I plus plus. If visited node is not, it's not a visited node. If it is not a visited node, if minimum distance plus cost of the next node, comma I is less than distance of I. Distance of I means the distance from that node to the visited node. Visited node is nothing but current node. If you are finding the calculations for the particular node from the visited node, yes, so if that minimum distance plus cost value of that node is less than the distance, then you need to take that distance for the calculations. How? The distance of I becomes minimum distance plus cost of the next node and I. Next node comma I, right? So the predecessor becomes next node here. Yes, now we have done calculations for the next node. Okay, so when you are moving through the next it means if you have done the calculations for the first node and then moving to the next node, the first node becomes predecessor. Yes, so it's quite clumsy, I know, to learn online, but when you will use the nodes and do the calculations, you can easily understand that one. So count plus plus, every time you visit a node, increment the count value, and the calculations are done until the count value is less than n minus 1, less than or equal to n minus 1. Fine. So for I is equal to 0, I is less than 1, 1, I plus plus. If I is not a start node, okay, print distance of the node, yes, distance of the node percent of d is equal to percent of d. For every node you need to find the distance, right? So the distance of node percent of d is equal to percent of d, I comma distance I. Yes, if you are writing the calculations for 0th node, that means you need to find the distance of 0th node from first node, second node, third node and fourth node. Yes, printf path is equal to percent of d. Yes, I'll show that in the program how the outcome will get. Printf things means how you write the outcomes. Yes, right. How will you write the output value? How will you get the output value? Right. So I use do while, do loop here. Do j is equal to predecessor j. Printf the path like this. So the distance of the given node from a source node. Yes. So while j is not equal to start node. Okay. So this is the, I know the program is quite clumsy, but when you kindly go through the program, so the program I've shared the manual. So kindly go through the program. If you have any doubts, we can discuss. I'll execute the program now. I'll show you guys, and then we'll discuss the if any problems are there. So I'm using Dev CPP for the purpose. I've already written the code and already executed. I'll show you how the outcome will come. So file, open. I've saved the file as discretes. Open. Okay. Sorry. .exe file I've opened. So I need to open not the exe file. I need to open Word file. Okay. So I have opened the file here. Yes. So let us execute. Yes, compilation is done. There are no errors. I'll run the code. Number of vertices. Wait a second. Yes, Pooja.
Yes, ma'am.
Exe folder is visible, right? Enter the number of nodes.
Ma'am, it is visible.
Okay. So I'll enter the number of vertices as 5. So enter the adjacent matrix. So I have taken an example. No? For that only I'll enter the adjacent matrix. How will you enter? In the form of matrix. 0, 10, 0, 30, 100, 10, 0, 50, 0, 0, enter 0, 50, 0, 20, 10, 30, 0, 20, 0, 10. Next, last one, 100, 0, 10, 60, 0. So enter the starting node. Our starting node is 0. I'll enter it as a starting node. See, you can see here the distance of a node, distance of node 1 is 10. What it gives? It gives the node distance from 0th node, because I have taken starting node as a 0. Yes, it will give the distance of all the nodes to node 0. Yes, the distance of the first node to node 0 is 10. Yes, second node to node 0, there is no link. I showed you guys. So there is no link from second node to node 0. Right? So what is the path that can be used? 2 to 3, 3, 0 to 3 first it is used, and then 3 to 2. Okay, you can see the path here, 0 to 3, 3 to 2. And what is the cost? 50. Yes, and the distance from node 3 is 30. 0 to 3. Direct path is there. So 0 to 3. For 4 also there is a direct path, 0 to 3, 3 to 4. Yes, so kindly execute the program. I think the app is already even available in your mobiles. So execution of the program becomes easy for you.